Good afternoon. Time to wrap it up this April the 27th, 2015. Well, we came in this morning on the E-mini, and we said the easiest trade was to sell. Failure to take out and hold this 2118, 2120. And it took a long time for that to actually set up. And the last shot was right in this area right here, but there was some good trading. We talked about this real skinny bar right here. The market stopped at 1925. Didn't go for stops above 2120. That's a great short just because they didn't go for stops above 2120. And you can see right here that the 50 lot trader took us down short into this area. They pretty much stayed on the sell side. We got long this morning off of a retest failure trade. We started off wanting to buy the 2105, 2110 area. We raised that to 2110, 2115. That led to this trade right here that you can see on the screen. We got our expected 3 points. We could have gotten a couple of more ticks, but so be it. And then the market just starts to slowly trade down. We make new lows right here. We get a nice retest failure set up right here. The market spills, makes a new low right here, so you're in a sell mode. Spills again, makes another new low, you're still in a sell mode. Makes another new low, still in the sell mode, and there is the low for a great deal of time. Market comes back up, retest failures, sells, head and shoulders to retest this low, and we actually do get a new low, and we're still trading lower today. So the setups and the trades that we, the prescribed trades that we teach, put money in the account today. And again, the easiest trade that we saw coming in early this morning was failure to take out and hold the 2118, 2120 area. And I know several of you capitalized on that. So what does the big picture tell us? We've got an outside day so far. That tends to mean trading range. Wednesday's FOMC will probably tend to hold us in a trading range. They'll be looking for accommodative language towards keeping interest rates where they are, and perhaps a new QE. I don't see that they would get new QE language, but they might get the language they want on interest rates staying where they are. We have Case-Shiller plus 0.7, and consumer confidence at 103. That's huge. Shows you how much people associate and tie to a stock market that's higher. And then Richmond Fed at -2. This number, if you really get in and read all the economic reports and you look past the what the Dow did today, is a little hard to believe, but that's what it is. That's where the forecast is. So I'm guessing there could be some disappointment here, and that the Richmond Fed could come in below that. But FOMC, outside day, trading range is what the F1 screen tells us. Looking at the F2 screen, we have two distributions lower, perhaps working on a third right now. We don't know. We don't really know. So if the market were to close right here at 2102, prime sell territory would be 7 to 10. So that would be sell 1. And then 11 to 13 would be sell 2 for Globex. And if the market continues to trade down, selling against this 2103, we'll put a question mark right there. On the buy side, 2100 buy 1, 95, 97 buy 2. Okay, 30 points off the high takes us to the 2090 area. And corrections have been pretty well limited to 30 to 40 points. Okay, the pattern for the financials is first auction up, second auction down, third auction up, or all three auctions higher. And we'll play for second one down tomorrow. Except if the E-mini falls out of bed. If the E-mini continues to sell with some momentum, then we don't want the short side of the market. Excuse me. So we've got a higher low and a higher high. This screen tells us to be a buyer. We look at every market the same way. And you sit there and you think, hey, it can't be that easy. Well, there's a lot of thought that went into that, and it's not that easy. But once you understand the dynamics that create higher lows and higher highs, etc., then it does not become so difficult to see. Okay, probably leaning D, P leaning D is where we are right now. So 1 to 5 is still a pretty good buy zone, based on the idea that we can get below 8. If the E-mini tumbles, 09 is going to be buy 1. We'll put a question mark by that. A lot of it depends on what the E-mini is going to do. And 29, 25 for buy 2. On the sell side, I'm going to sell failure to take out 12 to 16, so that gives us a shot at the 11 to 15 area. And we do not want to be short if the E-mini is selling, period. Because the second most common pattern are 3 up auctions. Looking at the ZB, the knob spread went up about 9/30 seconds today. Pretty strong. And we'll leave that split. We'll take the H split. So we got a seller above 163. We're at 27. So we're going to make it 3 to 7, sell 1. 11 to 15, sell 2. And it may take a 31 to get in. A lot of it just depends on what goes on with the E-mini. And again, if the E-mini is selling, we really don't like the short side of the market. Let them get stops below M down here, so 17 to 21 will be buy 1. And then 5 to 9 will be buy 2. Leaning against where this distribution started, the new move up started. And a resting limit buy order at 62.09 is okay in that situation. It's you're just leaning against where the new distribution started, and the market likes to go back and retest. Okay, gold, we look at every market the same way. Well, we start off on the F1 screen. And I think what you can garner or gather from this is that, we got 25 on the top side, and on this rotate 75 on the downside. That's $50. And if the news comes in as forecast tomorrow, the consumer confidence gold should sell. So this 5 to 10 area is where near resistance is, and probably 80 to 85, bring it up a little bit based on what happened today. A little bit higher off the lows. Probably can't buy 75s. If we could, we wouldn't want them. So 5 to 7, sell 1. 9 to 11, sell 2. Let's make it 95, 97 because of tomorrow's news. Might take a 1200 to get in, but I think with tomorrow's news we can give it a little room. If as forecast, gold should come off a little bit. It's a big consumer confidence number. And then tomorrow with the FOMC on Wednesday, things could get pretty quiet shortly after the opening. Crude came off quite a bit today. It's a 56 minus, 58 plus. You can see that definitely a seller at 58.50, and then today we had trouble at 58. So 58, 58.50 is your sell zone, and you can see 56, 56.50 is your buy zone, and it's an inside day. Get on the right contract here. There we go. So it's a B. We projected prices above 57.75. We're so 57.50, 75, sell 1, 58 and a quarter, sell 2. On the buy side, stops below 50, so 56 and a quarter, 56.50 buy 1, and 55.50, 75 buy 2. Selling starts, we're going to open it up to the downside. Didn't see any more news out of the Middle East on the one article or some supposition that Russia's real intent in giving the missiles to Iran is to bring Saudi Arabia down. I don't think anybody doubts that Saudi Arabia is out there actively trying to purchase nuclear weapons and missile systems to deliver them. And if you're in their shoes, you'd probably be doing the same thing too. That's your existence. That's your, whether you're going to be here on this level of consciousness or not. And most people will fight pretty hard to maintain their current position. So the nuclear, I don't even know what you call it, Pandora's box has certainly been opened in the Middle East. Okay, 109 and a quarter, sell 1 on the euro, sell 2.50. Missing the April the 24th date. Everybody said the next date, the drop dead date is May the 11th. I have no idea how that will change, but there is a new negotiating team in Brussels. Actually, it's in Latvia, which will probably be a little more conciliatory. They've tried the bad guy. They fired him. That didn't get them too far. That troublemaker, so now I don't think they're going to the table with their hat in their hands, but pretty close to it. Hey, time to shut this thing down. I will see you all bright and early in the morning. I wish you all a good evening. It's 57 degrees in Wichita, and the wind's blowing 15, 20 miles an hour out of Canada, so it's pretty cool here. Warm weather is forecast for the end of the week. Y'all have a great evening. See you bright and early in the morning.